Hello and namaste. This is Offbeat Zone, episode number 7, Lucky 7. So, the journey till episode number 7 was very fruitful, and your support was fruitful as well. As usual, I've been joined by Biki and Rubin, who is our co host and co partners. Today, as we have announced earlier, to celebrate this new year, we have a very passionate music creator, a very good friend of mine, Mr. Bekcha, with us. Please welcome Bekcha.
जीवन अंधकार भए माया तिमी मेरी जुना तिमीले मुस्कुराइदिए हराई जान्छ सारा दुःख सयौं जुनी तपा गरे यो जुनीमा तिम्रै हुन Hello guys.
Welcome, Bekcha. So,
It was awesome,
Thank you.
man.
this song always gives me a goosebumps when I listen to it, as always. This is very beautiful creation, Beck. So, we can call you Beck, right?
Yeah, sure.
Beck. So,
Sure thing.
it was, I'm sure the audience are waiting from like a week or 5 days, from since 5 days for you. So, I would, if it's not necessary, but I would like to ask you for your introduction.
Okay. How do I introduce myself? So yeah, I've been trying to do music, still trying to do music for about 10 years now. Ani, what I like, what I love to do is to read and to write, and sometimes I turn them into songs, and sometimes I turn them into poems. So it's basically Teola. Sorry, and it's basically about music. I mean, Bekcha is about music.
How did you come up with the name Bekcha?
So yeah, I think I've shared this before, and yeah, I'd like to share it again. First, I say Beck. I used to be called Beck by my friends and my brothers and my everyone who knew me called me Beck. So I have Newari roots, even though I have Newari root, and this was I wanted to like add something of the root to Beck, so I added cha, the Maicha Baucha thing to my Beck, and then it became Bekcha. So yeah, I think that's how the name was born, and yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, Bekcha, we have two friends, two co-partners, co-host, Vicky and
Yeah,
Rubin,
yeah. Hi,
who
hi,
are
hi.
ready with their questions. So let's go, guys. Let's go.
First of all, I would like to thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, man.
The thing I'm like really wondering is, so everybody is just searching for fame right now, right? So everyone
Yeah,
is trying to get viral and
oh,
everything in such a short time. And being you,
that's true.
you
Yeah.
already have a good following by yourself. So why so much mysteriousness about you?
So I think I like to keep it low. Even I mean, I think art needs to be heard or like witnessed, but for me, it's like I want to live life to the fullest, I guess, as much as I can for as long as I can. And I want people to listen to my music, but like I don't want them to know me super personally. And I think I'd not be comfortable with sharing everything about myself to the people because everybody has like their thing and like they'd like to keep private. It's about like Theo. It's about like not sharing my personal things completely. Some of those things I share are personal. I mean, some of the songs I share are personal, but like I want to sit in the middle of nowhere and write songs. I want to sit in the middle of Ratna Park or like maybe in the overhead bridge on the overhead bridge and write songs there. You know? So if people come up to me and like ask for a photograph, I don't think I'd be comfortable. So I think yeah, it's not about being mysterious. It's about like trying to experience more, live more, so I could write more. Yeah.
I'm feeling like I'm listening to Prabhasan right now. Magical
Yeah, kind
voice.
of like. Uh,
So does your creative get affected if you get more famous or people recognize you?
I think there are different ways to write, and two of which is like one is imagination and one is experience. And I think the more honest, I mean, the more you experience, the more you see, and the more you observe, the more you'd be able to write honest songs and songs that are not fictional. I mean, too fictional. So I think I would, besides love songs, I would love to write. I've been writing songs about different experiences, which I will
Mhm.
release in the future. So I think to write such songs, I think one needs to read a lot or experience a lot. And I think being famous would, I mean, being facially famous would like kind of affect that.
Mhm. That's really unique approach in this generation where people are all over getting fames and likes and subscribers and all. I have not seen you publishing yourself or saying yourself to subscribe, not even in your live shows. You do a very handful of live shows in the year, and the last live show I was in was a GE event. So can you
Yeah.
tell something about it? So I reckon it was your first face revealing event as well.
Yeah, it was my first event. I mean, my
Mhm.
first event was in Dostal before the COVID
Oh
thing
yeah.
hit, and we did our own show. I mean, the the Hawaii Jazz era.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Mhm.
uh, and GE Fest, Karaj Entertainment Festival was the first time for many of
Mhm.
us, I guess, to perform.
Mhm.
Samir and there was Pravesh who performed
Mhm.
his official song for the first time, I think.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was a very great experience. So and I am now managed by Karaj Entertainment, and
Mhm.
they handle basically everything that I do musically. So
Mhm.
it was a beautiful experience, and the audience was amazing. I was kind of nervous at the beginning. It was like someone like put a hand over my mouth for the first time, and then it was fun. People were the nicest. Yeah.
There is so much of mysteriousness about you. But the thing I really want to ask you about that you write really beautiful songs, right? So
Thank you.
what goes into your mind when you're writing those lyrics? Like, do you have to go in too deep, or do you just go in some mood when you are writing?
Or
I
as
think
you
it's
said, it's
yeah.
experience. Is it experience as well?
It could be. I always tell people when I share my story, it could be your
Mhm.
story, it could be my story, it could be something I saw on the overhead bridge. It could be, yeah, it could be a lot of things. It could not, I mean, it should not necessarily mean that it's my personal 100% experience. It could be a mixture of like different things. So I think when I write, I guess I try to uh, become that character, or like someone. If it's a love song, it's I try to be the lover boy. I mean, not in that way. I
Mhm.
mean, I try to put myself in that shoe. So I think that is one method. And sometimes you have a bad experience. You get scolded by a conductor in the bus, and then you write a
Mhm.
hate song, and that's too
Mhm.
personal. That's about me and me only. So there are
Mhm.
songs like that too, which I haven't released. So I think it's a
Okay.
mixture of both. Yeah.
In your songs, in your creations, I would say, in your creations, I have experienced two types of creations. One, which is like uh, social message, which contains social message. Another is the love songs. The social message, like
Mm.
the Kati Ayo song, Rahar, and
Yeah.
then stuffs like that. And then in cut to the love songs, there are like Nabula Mosanga and then Jivan Andakar and whatnot. So how do you like, do you plan it in a way while you release it, or you just in a mood you create it?
I think Kati Ayo and more honest, like real life experience songs, or let's say lesson wala songs,
Mm-hmm.
come from bittersweet experiences mostly. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Kotyaya was written when I used to teach. Let's share that. I used to
Mm-hmm.
teach, and then my kids were like, I used to teach at a bridge course, let's say, and then my
Mm-hmm.
kids were they were having a bad time because the results were out, and then everybody looked down and everybody was looking so sad. So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to write something for them, something sweet for them, and then I sat down at night, and then I wrote like, let it be whatever your max is, and so don't worry, Zatyayani, be cool with it. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter. It won't matter in the long run. You just do your thing, Manni Kuratya.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think Tio, that's the part about the honest songs, the songs like Kotyaya, and what was the other song? I forgot.
Anyways, so
Yeah.
and like I wish I had a teacher like you know, who can sing and teach at the same time. Vicky, what do you say?
Yeah, I can really support your sayings right now. Beck, I would like to ask you the thing that when did you get started? Was it too early around your school days?
I think I used to sing after I was born. Like I said in one of my shows,
Yeah.
I think when I wailed for the first time, when I cried for the first time, I think it was in C Sharp or something. I mean, uh, I enjoyed singing. And my father used to sing, and he used to. We have a radio that is older than me, and the radio is on all the time, and the song is playing in the background, and we're always listening to music consciously or unconsciously, and after that, I think when I grew up, I started loving music a lot, and I'd never learned it officially. I learned some instruments and all that, but no, nothing like to the fullest. And I think, yeah, it started with bathrooms and staircases and
Mhm.
empty rooms, I guess.
Are those the best areas to start?
Yeah, I guess bathrooms has the like
Yeah.
bestest reverb, you know.
Yeah.
You should try it. Do you try it?
We
And
should try
everybody
a
does.
an episode from bathroom. You know, we
Yeah,
all
yeah,
sit
the
in
bathroom,
bathroom.
the
The
bathroom
Yeah.
live
bathroom
show.
episode.
There are few
Yeah.
artists who do that,
Mhm.
who
Mhm.
sing live from the bathroom. Sometimes, not always.
So
Did
It's
your
fun.
parents
It's fun.
support you? Like,
yeah, I was asking.
I think they get used to it. I think
like,
at first, I think everybody gets annoyed because you're singing all the time. Literally every time you're climbing the
Mhm.
stairs and singing some stupid song, and then you're going down the stairs, you're going to the kitchen, taking a shower, and then you're singing. So I think they get annoyed at first, but like, what can they do now? There's no
yeah.
escape, at least for this lifetime.
That's
Were, no,
really
were they concerned about
But they've
the,
been, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Were they concerned that you might just go into singing and you might ignore everything else?
I think they were a bit concerned, but like they never told me. Like the best thing about my parents are they never told me to do this and do that. They knew that I like would figure it out somehow. I guess they do. I still
Mhm.
am figuring out, but like they never told me to not do this. I mean, to not go over there. Just like take care of yourself, whatever you do. And I think I had their back that way. I didn't want them to like. They never told me to go here, yeah, or like, Munzani. So I think they were supportive from the start, and I think I started my YouTube journey 9 years ago, and
9 years.
yeah, it's been a pretty long ride.
So you took nine
I'm not
years to
overnight.
reveal yourself.
Reveal, reveal as in I think it took 9 years for people to listen to me.
No. Okay.
Yeah, and like it was not overnight. I did a
Mhm.
Ed Sheeran
Mhm.
cover, and I used to put up videos with my face, but
Mhm.
then I started getting like lots of viewers, and then it got scary, and then I started putting down the videos where I showed my face.
You mentioned earlier about your father also being in the music industry. So,
Yeah,
any in near future that we would be able to see or hear or watch a father-son duo?
I don't think that's possible. I don't think he like prefers the kind of music that I do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I listen to all kinds of music, but I don't sing all kinds of music. I usually sing pop, and I had a rock band,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think collaboration is possible. Maybe if he composes a song, maybe I can write a song for him, but I don't think people will be seeing us sing together
Mm-hmm.
in the near future.
What I experience on, and what we I'm sure Vicky and Rubin can relate to me. The guy who can sing and who can play guitar was like a cool dude in school days. So were you also
Yes,
a cool
man.
dude?
I I think I wasn't. I used to hide. I don't know why I hide everything, but
Mm-hmm.
I used to like not play. I used to
Mm-hmm.
sing, but I used to not play in front of people unless there was a farewell or welcome program and I came out of nowhere and started playing songs. So I wasn't the cool dude, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The typical cool dude image didn't fit me.
This is a little bit of a serious topic, a serious question for me now.
Yeah,
So,
sure. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah. So, like now, I think you are regarded as a very successful artist right now, right? Right,
uh,
obviously, are you? Do you think
Kind
you are
of.
successful?
I think I still have a long way to go. I've been like, it's been 9 years, and I mean, I think there's a long way to go, and I guess I'll keep writing and sharing songs, and let's see where it goes, I guess.
Uh, the reason why I'm asking is that I think because you have reached some a successful uh, area
If
right
you're
now,
hearing something in the background, it's the water bag, not my stomach.
or we deal with these things
Yeah,
every week.
yeah, yeah. Please go ahead.
So you are in the successful zone, right? So now you have partnered with any the new producers and everything. Do they say if you show your face and everything, you would go more viral and the financial revenue will be much higher right now? Right now?
I think there's a chance that it could happen, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I think I want to be. I mean, I will perform live and I will maybe post photos in the near future, but like I won't do it frequently. Like I won't use it use it to my, I don't know, my profit or something. And yeah, they wanted me to do it for the song story sessions and all that, but they
Hmm.
never forced me. They asked me for my permission and I said, I'm not ready for this, and I told them I was not ready, and they were okay with it. And yeah, I think I'll be doing videos with my, I mean, without the shades or silhouettes soon, but like I won't be posting them frequently.
So let's talk about the musical scenario in Nepal right now.
Hmm.
So what I understand is
Yeah,
like we have like hugely successful, I would call, or hugely popular singers currently right now, like Sugam Pokhrel, and they are like
yeah,
successful singers. And on the other side, there
exactly.
are singers who are like struggling, but they have like good creation, good lyrics, good music. So is
Yes.
there like a big gap between these two group, or am I just one who is feeling that?
I think yeah, there are tons of singers. I mean, I think like my father, when I like, went to my father sent me to learn flute,
Mm-hmm.
and he gave a stupid excuse. I wanted to learn guitar, and he said every house has a guitarist. Every kid in the gully is a guitarist right now, and
Mm-hmm.
it is true, kind of true. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess what was the question?
So like there like
Yeah,
the gap between this successful, like the
yeah, yeah,
popular
yeah, yeah.
ones, and the
I mean, there
upcoming
are tons of,
emerging?
yeah, underrated. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Underrated singers. And yeah, they need to like. I think they just need to keep writing more. Like, don't worry about the people. I mean, if you write like 100 songs, or
Mm-hmm.
you more than that, it is bound to like reach people once one day. I mean, there are tons of platforms. Like TikTok is a very powerful platform, and like Instagram, and there's Facebook, YouTube, and I mean, I think whoever is like feeling my songs don't reach out to people, just keep posting. I mean, be consistent. Just
Mhm.
write like crazy. I mean, it could be like I don't listen to a lot of people, but I saw Ed Sheeran. I heard him say like he kept writing songs every day. He wrote a song, and I tried that for I think a year. I write at least like 2 lines or 3 lines or 10 lines every day. So like if you keep doing that, I think it is bound to reach people. And there's a gap, but like there are ways you could fill the gap.
Mhm. So, as you mentioned TikTok, let's not waste our opportunity to brand ourselves. So, we are available
Yeah,
in TikTok as well. Follow us,
great.
Offbeat Zone. You can follow Bekcha as well on TikTok. He's also
Yeah,
available. Vicky, I reckon you have a question. Go ahead. Vicky is getting very serious in this podcast.
yeah,
I'm
don't be
just,
too serious.
yeah, I'm not serious. I'm just very intrigued by our like Nepalese music industry actually.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So that's why I haven't talked to many people about the actual Nepal who are in the ground zero of our Nepali music industry. So I'm really interested in asking like what actually
yeah,
goes around. Like, is there a traditional norm of going to studios still there? Because I think in around even 10 years ago, everybody needs to have a musical studios, which has changed right now. So
Mhm.
do you think that you need to go to a music studio or be a part of it to be successful for long term?
yeah. Again, like everything for everything, there are like different ways to do things, and I think internet has made it pretty easy for people to try to reach out. I mean, if you're a singer, you can, if you're an artist or whatever, you can reach to
Mhm.
people kind of easily. It's difficult at first, I mean, and you don't need to go to a studio necessarily. You just have a decent phone or like a 15 to 20K phone, and you'll have an okay audio, and you put your songs out. I guess you don't necessarily need to. Some people like finish their songs and go to studios. So that is another way, but if it's like not easier or affordable for you, I think one should like just post songs. I think most of my the reply to my katha is recorded on the phone. I mean phone, and yeah,
Mhm.
and yeah, no, Jivan Nandakar was recorded on the phone. It was just recorded on the phone, and I used a DAW to edit the sound and put it up. So like it has reached people. It's not necessarily about the quality always. It could
Mhm.
be about the sound quality. I mean, it could be about the lyrics or something else. So I guess if you cannot afford a studio, I mean, try something on your phone.
Mhm. So as you mentioned about this rawness in your music, I was going over your YouTube channel as well, and I see the M initials in every song. Like Maya Dhere Samjana has 2.4 million
Oh,
views, Nabola Mosanga has 5.4 million views, and Reply to Maya Kupatha has 1.5 million views. And I think these all were recorded, not recorded in studios. You recorded in your, like you said, bathrooms or passages or
yeah,
staircase, right?
yeah. Some of them were in the bedroom, and some were in the home studio usually. And my D has a home studio, and I went there
Mhm.
and recorded Nabola Masanga like 2 takes. We did 2 takes,
Mhm.
and my Vena was like, "This will go crazy," and it went. I didn't imagine it to go that far, and it went because of that, I guess. And so it's not necessarily about the super quality of the audio. It
Mhm.
could be if you can do it. I mean, if you cannot, try something else.
I'm a avid music listener. I can say that. But the
Great.
problem I see during like searching for musical artists in Spotify and Apple Music is that they don't have that particular catalog of music like all the international artists do. See, if I even
Mhm.
search, I think yours music, I think it's just recent music in the Spotify, right?
Yeah, it's not been long. Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah. So is that a major issue that you are dealing with?
I think, yeah, I mean, people still listen to YouTube or like music on YouTube, or like they download from YouTube, and other pirated platforms in Nepal. I think
Hmm.
Spotify streaming would be a
Mm.
big help for all the artists. And my entry in Spotify was almost a year back, or maybe 8 or 9 months back, where I uploaded a song by myself. I wasn't signed to anywhere at that time, and then I uploaded it myself with my brother's credit. And I think it did pretty well, but like I still had to ask a lot of people this and that to upload that song, because it is kind of not so easy for first timers, and you need to spend certain amount too, and there's no guarantee of that getting out that amount back. So
Hmm.
it is pretty complicated if you're doing it for the first time, and people don't listen to songs on Spotify in Nepal much, I guess.
So
So
Or
this
there are
the
many people
yeah.
who are like me, like who don't go for Spotify in the music. So having said that, so let's talk about the revenues that is collected from these platforms. So uh, I reckon YouTube still gives you the higher revenue than Spotify, right?
Yeah, yeah, it depends on the streams, and YouTube has more streams than
Hmm.
Spotify. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Is it
I
because
think it.
So yeah.
Spotify came late in this game
Mm, yeah,
in
the
Nepal?
views could be because yeah, in Nepal, yeah, everything
Hmm.
comes late in Nepal usually, and this thing also came like, I mean, it had to come, and why were they like waiting for this? And people are great. I mean, people spend a lot of money in Nepal. I don't know
Hmm.
why they keep bringing things in late. So yeah, that could be the reason for the lesser views, lesser streams. And
Hmm.
if Spotify had like equal streams in comparison to YouTube, it would be paying more. I think for artists in Nepal, Spotify stream would be a great source of revenue uh, for artists in Nepal or South
So
Asian
you,
countries, I guess.
so do you need to pay specific amount to for like YouTube, Spotify uploads as well?
Yeah, there are. Yeah, again, there are different ways. Wow, this is my principle for the day. Different ways for things. The first one is like you you sign up to a distributor, and then you pay a certain amount of money, $10, $20, depends on the quantity and of the song, I know. And the other one is like there's, I think, trade something. I forgot the name. Song trader, I guess, where you can upload for free, and they take a certain amount of revenue from you. And yeah,
Hmm.
there are different ways. So one where they take revenues, I think it's kind of unfair to the artist if they take the revenues,
Hmm.
because they
But
only get so much.
yeah. Yeah, why I'm asking you this is because I think the Nepali audience is not limited to Nepal nowadays. Like, I think most of the
Yeah.
yeah, is the younger generations are abroad,
Hmm.
so they are more
Yes.
comfortable towards using Spotify and Apple Music nowadays. And when we see that our own Nepali artists, the song catalogs are like even not even half of the songs we like are in there. So yeah, that creates a lot of issues for us as well.
What
Hmm.
was your? Let me ask you a question. What was your most played song or most played EP album this year? Was it Nepali or non-Nepali?
That's a good
Go
question.
ahead.
Yeah, I think it has to be non. I think it's non-Nepali. Non-Nepali. I think I'm more inclined. See, I'm more inclined
Can I
towards
ask
Bollywood.
what was the name of the artist?
Is I
Oh,
think
Bollywood. Great.
yeah, I think I love that this guy called Love, Lauv. I think
Yeah. Oh,
he's
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I
I
love
think
Love.
he's
I
yeah
love him.
he's yeah. I think he's the one that's been played most of the times.
Great.
And just yeah, you question me on that. So I would like to question you on that as well. Who is your most influencing like artist?
Hmm.
Oh, that's a tricky question. Yeah, I think I get asked that a lot, and I think I think a lot, man. Since I was a kid, I used to listen to a lot of music. I mean, it's a mixture of like it's a khichdi of all kind of music. There's Mehdi Hasan and there's Lamb of God, you know, and
Yes, yes,
you
yes.
like put it inside a container or whatever, and you mix it, stir it, and then you have Bekcha. I mean, there's a mixture of all that. There's Dipesh Kishore Bhattrai, and then Navin K. Bhattrai, and then there's, I don't know, Steven Tyler. Yeah. So the influence keeps changing, I guess, and
Yeah.
I explore for like different kind of music. And these days I don't listen to a lot of music because I'm writing a lot, and I don't want it to affect my writing. So that's my way, I guess. So there's no particular person, but I listen to a lot of music when I listen to it. So yeah, it's the khichdi thing for me.
The thing is, I have listened to most of your songs also, but I think
Mm.
when we put out the promo for this episode, and there was a cover
Mm.
song of Aankha Ko Neend, and I think
Yeah,
that
Amin Thapa.
that was that for me was like, I think that was your best, because I already completely forgot about that song, so it just brought me back.
Oh yeah, memories.
Anyways,
Do you
so
have someone who stole your sleep?
Is it?
Do you have someone who stole your Aankha Ko Neend?
oh my God, Vicky and
Is
his
that a
love
too deep
stories.
question? Yeah, let's just skip that.
Yeah, we will need a
That was fun.
whole
Yeah.
365 days of recording to record
Oh,
everything.
let's not do that
Yeah.
right now.
No,
So,
no.
talking about this playlist in Spotify, I was guessing that Vicky's playlist had most number of songs played was Agar Tum Saath Ho from Ranbir
Oh,
Kapoor. And
Arijit,
yeah,
Arijit,
yeah, yeah.
brilliant guy.
Actually, no. I think it's Modern Loneliness by Love. So
Oh
that is my
yeah,
like.
that's a kind of sad and happy song. I mean,
Yeah,
honest song.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to tune in to that a lot too. Yeah,
So
you get
Big,
depressed by listening
Big,
to that
I
song.
wanted
Yeah, yeah,
to
go ahead.
ask. Yeah, I wanted to ask you this, like you just revealed yourself, and I just wanted to know how has the life changed? Like, how was the life before you came into like before you revealed
Mm,
yourself, and after how's the life after after you revealed yourself?
I think yeah, still the thinking part. Yeah, I go around. I don't go around much, I guess.
Mm-hmm,
So it has not impacted. Like I was at a cafe. I was at a show, at
mm-hmm,
someone else's show
mm-hmm,
last week, I think, and there were a few people. Had my mask on. I had my hat on, like jacket on. Nothing I wore in the show was. I mean, I put them on, but still, some people like came up to me and asked for a photograph. So it has kind of like I wouldn't say impacted me negatively, but yeah,
mm-hmm,
people recognize me, and some people like DM me. I saw you here. I was like, what the fuck? You should have called me. It's like stalker. I mean, if someone texts you like I saw you, it's kind of creepy. No,
mm-hmm,
or
mm-hmm.
isn't it
Yeah,
creepy?
yeah, yeah.
What
It's
would
it's
you
it's pretty creepy,
like?
especially for
They could come up to me. I mean, like if I'm not doing something important, they could come up to me and say hello. It's okay for me to do that, for them to do that, but
Mhm.
like they'll like text you at night. I saw you today. Where? Same thing happened yesterday. I saw you today. I was at a cafe and like you were, and I was like, yeah, this place, and okay. I said okay. That's it. It is kind of changing, but yeah, it's not that bad.
So last week, Bekcha was very famous around TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter for a reason. He had 15 seconds to 30 seconds song released, um, which was a parody to Sajan Raj Vaidya's live show. So, and he got a ticket as well. So,
Yeah, I did. I
Bekcha,
did.
please
Yeah.
share about it. How did you come up with the
Yeah,
song?
so yeah, Sajan Ras Vaidya, obviously no. I mean, I don't think there's a living soul in the 20s in Nepal who doesn't know him. There may be, but yeah. And he had posted about this. So and the ticket, I didn't know what price the ticket was then. Like, and there was a group in
Mm-hmm,
Instagram with my friends, and the friend he's like freak when it comes to these shows. He goes to like every show. His
mm-hmm,
name is Nepali Sora, and like if you check his stories, you don't have to check the concert. I mean, go to the concert. And he posted like he told me like it was 5,000, and I was like, I mean, my first initial reaction was obviously what the fuck, because 5,000 is a big deal. And I went to Damien Rice's show for like 2,500 and Pratik Kuhad for 2,500. No, he
mm-hmm,
came. I
mm-hmm.
mean, he didn't come, but it was 2,500. I was like, this is like double the price. So I posted a cover, and it was from his song Parane Basera. I mean, the title part, Parane Basera. I said like, Parane Basera. Can I sing it? Sorry,
Yeah, please
if
go
I
ahead, go
remember.
ahead,
Of
go
course, of
ahead.
course.
Okay, let me try it. I don't
Yeah.
think I remember. So the words were like, oh, this is the part. Parane Basera. म गीत सुनौँला अनि सबको स्टोरिजहरूमा म कन्सर्ट हेरौँ जस्तो के
Okay.
घर नै बसेर म गीत सुनौला सबको स्टोरिजहरूमा म कन्सर्ट हेरौँला नगदै जुरेन टिकट काट्नलाई खबर गर्नु सोमा best of luck something like that. So I posted
Yeah,
this,
nice.
and this thing got
Nice.
kind of viral, and then
Mhm.
Sajjan saw it, and he tweeted like, I'll get you a ticket. And yeah, I got a ticket. I went, I enjoyed. It was cool, but it was fun.
Why don't you do a show like that? Get 8,000 rupees, and so I will
Yeah.
show my full face and I'll sing for 2 hours.
No, I don't want to. I don't think I'm against any kind of selling of that kind.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I would do. I am.
Mhm.
I would love to do intimate shows, like where there are like few people, but people who seriously listen to me, and like,
Mhm.
it shouldn't necessarily be expensive or something, but like, I mean, the avid listeners, I guess. I would
The
love to do
Nirvana
that.
shows, right?
Yeah,
Unplugged
I've
versions.
I've been
yeah,
to your both of your both shows, like the Dostal
yeah,
one and the GE event one, and
yeah.
what I like the most, and I like the most, I have when I was listening to your songs, I loved how you build the story. The stories are great, the monologues are great. How do you come up with the monologues or the stories?
I think like there are like almost 10 songs or 8 songs,
Mhm.
and they cover the whole story. I mean, some of
Mhm.
them are personal, and some of them are partially personal, and so when you like put them all together, when you mix them all together, the story starts from having a crush in school, like Jivan
Mhm.
and the car part, and then it like travels, and there's a journey, and then it ends at, I mean, there's an interval at Mayako Katha,
Mhm.
and then you go ahead, and there's songs like Napoloma Sanga and Sabe Kushi, where the character is like, or character that is me is like sick of love now, like giving up, and Arkozuni, and I think there's a pattern there, and I wanted to make something out. I just didn't want to like go there, next song. That I didn't want to do that. I want the audience like feel like they're part of something else, So I wanted to introduce myself as a storyteller and as songwriter. So I think I'll try to do that for as long as I can.
That's very unique approach. I have not heard about this concept before. Vicky.
Yeah, I think this concept is most prevalent with the Western artists, most prevalent because
Mhm.
their whole catalog is filled with songs that makes up a story. So talking about that, do you plan on making an album by yourself in your future, or it will take a little bit time?
Album, I'm not sure about the album. I did an EP recently, and it had 4 songs, and yeah, people have been nice to the EP as well. And to my surprise, Bhartika Rai listened to it, and she liked it, and she
Wow.
mentioned me. And yeah, I was like, Bhartika Rai. And I think I did pretty. I mean, we did pretty good. Me and my team did a pretty good job. We just like they were like old songs, and we went to a studio and went to several studios to record them. But yeah, album. I don't think I'll be doing an album soon. I'll be releasing more songs
Mhm.
as singles
Mhm.
in the future.
So let's talk about this. There's a song of yours. which is Maya Haryo Samaj Jityo.
Yes,
When I first heard it, it was I could relate to the song because the case of Navraj was very fresh. But when I talked with you about this song, you gave me this different perspective about the song. Can you tell me your experience while you were creating this song, Maya Haryo Samaj Jityo?
yeah. Far as I can remember, I always like there are two personalities of me. There's Bekcha, and I want to start a new channel where it could be called something like Anekcha, who writes about like societal stories and all that other stuff. And Maya Haru Samaj Jitya was something I had in mind. I mean, usually it's difficult for like lovers in Nepal, let's say, you know? And it's very difficult if you're like from one caste and if the person you love is from another caste and your family is there, society is there. And I was reading Navaraj's story. Everyone was sharing it. Navaraj, I mean, and his friends were killed. And I became obsessed with Navaraj. It was like midnight. I was checking his profile. I found his profile. I found his like girlfriend's profile. And I mean, I found everything that I could. I mean, I tried everything, and then I wanted to find out more about his story. And yeah, I found out about how they got killed, and some of them had to jump because people were throwing stones at them. I think around 5 to 6 people died. I mean,
Yeah.
they were kids, right? 19, 17, something. So I read about that, and I was like fucked up in the middle of the night. Yeah, we're allowed to swear, right? Here.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So so yeah, it was difficult for me, and I kept on reading, and then I found another article about Angira, and Angira was from uh, Angira Pasi was from a lower caste community, if you could say so, and she was raped, and then she was handed over to the same person who raped her by the panchayat thing in the village. And the next morning, she was, I mean, the person who she was married to was from a higher caste per se, and then the next morning, she was found hanging by a tree near the river, and the family blamed. I mean, they dismissed it as a suicide, and the mother of the girl was not accepting it. She was saying she was murdered because she was from a lower caste and all that. So there was a case going on. I didn't follow up. I think I couldn't follow up. I should follow up, but yeah, that was the case. And Maya Harris Samajita is the first part talks about how Nabaraz might have felt like while he was being
Mhm.
chased by the villagers. Like the whole community was there. I heard it.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah, his experience. And the second latter part of the song is how Angira must have felt when she was done for by this person, this fucked out, and then handed over to the same person, and next morning she's not there. So yeah, it was not a good experience for me, but I guess it had to be hard. I mean, people need to know, and people need to stop.
For me, the best line was Ama naruni hai bua samhalinu. That was the best line. Like, hats
You
off to the
can't imagine
creations.
what they must be going through.
We can't.
Yeah.
We
Do-
definitely can't.
does it really require pain to connect with others?
Mm, but yeah, I guess pain somehow brings people together. I think there's pain, there's hate, there's love. Um, love, I would prefer love and pain to bring people together than hate. Like, I hate this artist. Yeah, me too. Would be. I don't think it would be fun or nice.
Just I think we went down a very emotional journey right now. So
Yeah.
just want to continue that.
Yeah, it's okay.
There's a this is that in Nepal the artists are not being recognized for their talent actually. So many artists are being criticized for their outdoor behavior and everything. So
Yeah.
do you feel like everybody should give our artists a little bit of more respect and more care than any other ones?
I don't. I wouldn't like necessarily say so, but like they should at least like think of them as like good human beings. I mean, they're normal human beings, and they tend to say things they don't mean at times, and give them some room, I guess. Give them space. They're normal people too, and sometimes they might mess up. So don't make it too much of a big deal. And also, yeah, if you could like, don't respect the personal boundaries if they say so, and don't invade into their personal stuff, like dig into their stories and make up your own stories. And I have seen some people who go viral by doing that, and oh, I guess God makes mistake.
It's scary, right? How some people
Yeah.
just go after someone.
Yeah. So they don't know the full story, and they're like sharing everything. So at least wait for some time before you do that. Yeah.
Mhm. Beck, do you feel like, are everyone in Nepal lucky like you? Like you have a supportive family who supports you in doing music. So
Yeah.
do you think that everyone in Nepal are lucky like you?
I don't think so. I mean, I've been fortunate because like they've never told me to do things or to not do things. They
Mhm.
trusted in me, and I think all we would need is like have people who have faith in you, and sometimes you have to win it, sometimes you get it naturally. I got it naturally in some way. I mean, yeah, I had to earn it at times, but yeah. So it's difficult for some people, and I hope they find ways to get through that.
Mhm. If you were not in music, where would we find you?
I
Superstar?
think you you would find me writing somewhere, or like doing. I might try stand up as well, doing stand up
Oh,
or mimicking people. I was planning to try it, but I didn't have the guts to do it. Last week I wanted to go, and my friend got me signed up, and then I didn't go.
Mhm.
it's more harder, right? The stand-up comedy is like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
different. Yeah.
I think I'm funny naturally because, but like when you go there and what you're delivering is a joke and not a song. I mean, I've been delivering
Yeah.
songs but not jokes, so it might be difficult at beginning, I think. But once you break that shell, I think I'd be pretty good. I can do some mimicking and all that, so I think I could, if I put that to use, I could do it. But yeah, I don't know. You never know, man.
The other thing is that you are being an artist. Do you think that the government, the Nepal government, is actually backing you towards achieving your goals and establishing you around the world?
I think it's neither. I mean, there's no direct support for. I mean, there are tons of
Mhm.
artists, and I think what they're not doing is also enough, because they're not levying super tax on the shows and all that. From what I know,
Mhm.
so if they continue doing that, that'll be good for all the artists, because it's the only way to earn. And if you levy tons of tax on them, I think the artists here would die. I mean, or at least give up. So what they're not doing is enough for now. I hope they
Mhm.
keep doing what they're not doing. If you get it.
Yeah.
Beck,
Even the hmm.
yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead, Piki. Sorry.
I have listened to some organizers as well as, and I think they are also facing a lot of trouble regarding the budget and everything, the security matters actually. So I think if the government gives them a little bit of help, it will be even more better for them to organize good
Yeah.
venues and
They
everything.
could do that and allow shows to be there. Yeah. Have you heard? We were talking about this incident the other day where
Mhm.
Swapnil was performing live, and
Mhm.
and he has some like crazy songs. I mean, next level songs.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
The came and he took the mic and unplugged the guitar. You should watch it. Have you watched it?
Yeah, yeah, I
It's,
was it.
it's
I mean, it's funny, but it's also sad.
Mhm.
yeah.
We had that same thing. I was in a, let's say, a rock band
Mm.
some years back, and I was the vocalist, and we were doing this Race Against the Machine cover, and
Mhm.
it's Killing in the Name of,
Killing in
Yeah,
the
I hope
name.
you
yeah,
know.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. And and I had this dilemma. I wanted to say, I don't know why I love. I mean, I enjoy saying the fuck word, and there's a part in the song, the part, right?
mm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, I didn't show the sign, but like I was like full on overcome by emotion, and I was like, fuck you, I want to do what you tell me. Fuck you, I want to do what you tell me. And I did this show. It was a village in Lubu. I was like, I did what I could, and then the organizers came after the song and like, you said something you shouldn't have said. Now you should apologize. All that.
Ooh.
I had to apologize. Yeah. So do
And
not put
yeah,
restrictions over art, I guess.
continuing that,
Government, dear government, if you're
yeah,
listening.
that do you think there is a freedom of speech while writing a song or singing a song?
There is while writing, but when you post it, ask Viten. Can you call Viten?
I wish we could. I really wish.
Uh,
We will someday we will. So
Someday, yeah.
does that mean that we will hear a metal cover or metal song from Bekcha as well
Mm,
in future?
I think I wouldn't say in the Bekcha channel, but if I start another channel, I think I'd be posting song. I have written some hate songs as well, not necessarily rock, but
Mhm.
hate songs. I mean, it's completely about hating this person who's like, I don't know how they came into this earth. And so there are songs like that. And I wouldn't post them on Bekcha. I would post them somewhere else.
Mhm.
Maybe,
Talk,
maybe. That's a
talking
maybe.
about talking about the hate part, I remember you are a pet lover as well, and there was an
Yeah.
incident where a street dog was like harassed and killed, and you were furious on your stories. So how come this pet love in you? Can you explain about it?
Yeah, I think since I was like 9, 10, there's been a dog in the house
Mm-hmm.
since then, and I think I've learned from them. I mean, that like if you observe them or if you sit with them, if you listen to them, watch them, you
Mm-hmm.
tend to learn a lot of things about patience and all that. They're just there, and they're very faithful in some way. And I mean, I love all kinds of animals, pets, and but dogs are my favorite. And yeah, ever since then, and I lost mine. I think 3 years. It's been 3 years. Isabella, Izzy,
Mm-hmm.
she died of anemia and some other liver complications. So after that, I couldn't. We haven't kept a dog. My brother has, but I haven't kept a dog. But I think I shifted towards helping the dogs in the street, and yeah, I think that's pretty much when it was back then as well when Iji was there. But ever since she left, I started focusing on the dogs outside of my house. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that's where the avatar was born.
Beck, I would love to talk with you the whole day,
Yeah, it's been
the whole
man.
day,
yeah,
but
yeah,
there is something called time limitation here. So if
Yeah,
you guys have any questions, you can ask, or I'll move to the next section where we had asked
yeah.
our audience, our
Oh yeah.
listeners,
Yeah,
to ask
let's
the
go to
question for you.
that.
So Biki, yeah, last question from you.
I'm talking about that the artists are a gender different class of their own, right?
Mhm.
So it's just being the when I heard that Chester Bennington died because
Yeah.
of depression
Yeah.
and a long time ago, it really affected me. So do you think the artists should like the artists are feeling differently than others, and how do you take care of these things?
I think it gets difficult for them. Like take for example Michael Jackson and other artists who were like popular from a very young age. I mean, they particularly Justin Bieber, for example, he messed up, but like he finally found himself. So it is for them. I mean, in Nepal, I wouldn't say it's so much, but like there for some artists there is. I mean, people they cannot like walk without being scared or like being watched, or being photographed, or being followed or stalked as well. I've heard stories of some artists. So they may be going through things too, and people yeah maybe need to respect that space sometimes. Like don't do it all. I mean, do it at times at shows and all that, but like don't do it all the time. I mean, try not to do that. I guess. And Chester, like I think he had his. I mean, you could. I wouldn't say see the signs, but like his songs are like most of his songs are very like powerful and
Mhm.
at the same time kind of scary when you like dig deep into it. Like there's Rahul Rai as well. Like if you listen to him for certain time, it's fine. It's brilliant music. But like if you dig deep into it, like oh, it gets scary, and it got scary for me. And I think I stopped listening to him around that. I mean, I love listening to him still at times, but like I don't do that frequently.
So
Yeah,
काटौँ के गरौँ
yeah.
काटेर
काटौँ
अनि
भने
फेरि
अर्कोमा
गर्ने फेरि टाइम
उम्,
लाग्छ क्या बरु 7 मिनट छ छिटो सकाउँ कि भनेर सोचेको के छ
Oh, हुन्छ. We can wrap up. धेरै लामो अलि long minded भइरहेछ सर्ट नखर्च गर्नु.
केही गरौँ न त 7 मिनटमा
wrap-
ऱ्यापअप
okay.
नै गर्ने सकौँ नि त है त यो
Okay.
अडियन्सको सोध्छु अनि त्यसपछि बिगो है त ओके अल राइट So, 2 days ago, we had posted in our Instagram and in our Facebook, telling that we will be featuring our listeners' question in this episode. So, Beck, we have few handful questions from your listeners. So, they would be very happy if you would answer them. So, first question was from Shubham, and she
Nice
asked,
one.
when will your new song release?
I think some of the old songs, studio version will release first, and then a new song in between. And very soon, I must say, 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah.
Another listener, dimfu.bhat, asks,
Yeah, I
anything
think,
else
yeah.
he does besides music, career-wise or else?
Yeah, let's just say I work online part-time, and it's related to English.
That's why you
Yeah.
have a very good English. So another question is from Anusha Dahal. She asks, how do you always keep yourself motivated? Big fan, love, heart sign.
Oh, I know, Anusha. I think, oof, enough with the thinking.
Mhm.
uh, yeah, I somehow know that I must keep going. I must keep writing. I mean, there are tons of stories, tons of observations that I need to share before I go, and that's what keeps me going. I mean, there are plans. I mean, national, international plans that I have, and to to get there, I must keep writing, and I think that's what keeps me going, and my
Yeah,
parents as well. Parents, yeah,
Vicky, go ahead.
So we are coming to the conclusion. So I would just like to ask,
yeah.
just do you have anything to say to us or to your listeners right now?
I don't have anything in particular. Just like if you have a plan, like you have with the podcasting, like keep going, no matter what, and like even it'll help. I mean, it might not help financially. I mean, but if it helps your soul, do it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So we have 3 more questions. So I would
Yes.
love you to answer it in a very quick way. So
Yeah. Yeah. I can make it.
Elina asks story behind aloo pyaz. So like
Yeah.
make it quick, story behind aloo
The
pyaz.
story is like that. Yeah. Always is like, uh, when you say I love you, it kind of gets boring with time over time, and I want to say I love you, but like not say I love you and say something else. So aloo and pyaz, aloo potato is the king of the vegetables, and pyaz I found out is the
Queen.
queen. So yeah, I wanted to write something cheesy, something funny, and something stupid as well. And there are tons of reference in that song of Nepali series as well. So I wanted to make it something funny and something romantic as well. So that's that. That's I love you, but in a different way.
That's cool. So Elina again asks, quickest song that you have written till now?
quickest song must be Kati Ayo. There are a few quick songs like that I wrote in an hour. Alu Pyaz,
Mm-hmm.
Kati Ayo, and Maya Haru as well. I think it was Maya Haru and oh my god, there are a few pretty quick songs. Reply to My Kokatha as well. I wrote it during the day and it came out in the midnight and then like it went
Mm-hmm.
nuts.
And this is the last question. And
Yeah.
I think this is the question from our side as well. And
Oh, okay.
it's from AK4Zs and whatnot. So the Instagram
Oh,
ID.
sorry.
So
Different.
how are
Difficult.
you so damn cool, so sweet and genuine, plus your voice? Tell me a secret, dude.
Oh, there's no secret. I'm cool because it's winter. I mean, I don't consider myself cool. I mean,
Mhm,
I am an okay dude, and I think I've learned for the past few years. I've learned a lot of patience. I had to wait a lot for maybe sometimes the songs and sometimes people, and sometimes on the bus. So I think patience is what you. It's like top 10 quality. I mean, top 5 quality you must have to deal with everything in life, and I think that's what keeps me like in the cool temperament. So I think yeah, that's the topmost thing.
thank you, Bekcha. That was a
Thank you.
wonderful conversation. Like I said earlier, I would like it would go like a day long episode or
Yeah, I didn't
24 hours
imagine.
long episode. So
We're not.
and
Yeah, let's go ahead.
like I'm ready. Vicky is ready for that. You are also ready for that. We will do it someday.
Yeah,
So
some other day.
let's
Mm.
leave some good part for the future as well. So having said that, Beksha, thank you very very much for joining us. It was you said yes in a single moment, and you did not even think about it,
Yeah,
give a
anything
second
about
thought
it.
about
Yeah.
it. So thank you very much, Beksha, for coming. So we had a very good time, Beksha, and thank you all the listeners as well. Thank you for listening. Keep supporting us. Till next episode. This is me, Bipin Mohazan, along with Vicky, Rubin, and Beksha, signing off for this episode. See you. Bye bye.
Okay, guys. Thank
Yes.
you, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.